present here, and I'm so excited. In fact, this is a birthday indeed for me. I want to celebrate myself. Please let's have our royal seats, please. Thank you very much. All right. I woke up at the beginning of June this year, and I was asking myself the question. Every of my birthday is like a day of, in fact, the entire month is like a period of reflection for me. I begin to take stock of things and all of that. And I realized that I have not impacted. And I want to also celebrate my distinguished guests in the house. I have pastors here as friends and pastors as mentors. Our pastor Dakai is here, a very committed man in concerning things of God and things of my personal life. Thank you very much for your keen interest in my life. I want to celebrate my very friend. I call him Mr. Jogs. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. And Dr. Mark, you are so appreciated. I celebrate Dr. Peter as well for being here. All these names I'm mentioning, Mama Eunice, St. Bosco, they are all wonderful people. And then my children, church department, and the teams department, all of them, please, all the children in the house, can shout, yay! Children, Mommy Fache. Yes, Mommy Fache. All the children, Uncle Nat. Yes, and Mommy GBK. These are the children that are here. And then I want to celebrate Mr. GBK. Please permit me to just stop the list because the list is endless. Now, this is the peak of the birthday celebration. And I don't want us to be in celebration mood at this point. We are all transcending into the refinery where we are going to all be refined. That is the birthday package I have prepared for every one of us. If you check around, there's no rice, no drink, no nothing. All right? And what do we have? We have well-packaged impact program for every one of you so that you will not leave this place the same. How many of you are tired of the docility of youth in Nigeria? How many of you are tired of the docility of the youth in Kogi State? You know, we have to make a change. Nigerian youths have to make a change. Our youth in Kogi State, the host of this program, have to make a change. Even youths outside the country, because we have people watching from everywhere across the globe as we are live in this program. And I want everybody to know that this moment is a moment of transformation. Once again, turn to your neighbor and say, congratulations for being here. I met some persons and they told me, please, I can't make it. I don't have transport. I said, okay, I understand. Don't come. All right? If you know the value of what we are going to give here, it is what trekking from Zangu to Filili, if the program is at Filili, it is worth trekking that distance. And I know at the end of today, you are going to know why you came and the loads of packages that God has packaged for every one of you. So quickly, we are going to be having a short talk by the grace of God, mastering the principles of success in every area of life. I always ask this question, how many of you want to be successful? Every single person wants to be successful. True or false? Can we see our hands? Yeah, every single person wants to be successful. But everybody will not be successful. But everybody can be successful. I want to digest that statement as I go on. Every single person can be successful, and every single person will not be successful. Because to achieve success in life takes a lot. Only few can do what it takes. Tell the people, only few. Tell yourself, I am among that few. Thousands of persons saw this program invitation. Thousands, and I mean it. But only few. Everybody say only few. Only few. Yes. And I want to say a big congratulations to you for being here. Next slide. Now, success is one of the most desired outcomes in life, yet many people pursue it without understanding the principles that govern it. If you want to be successful, you have to understand the principles that govern it. Every successful person, organization, marriage, ministry, business operates by certain principles. If you find anything working well, they are being controlled. Underline that word. They are being controlled by certain principles. They are not doing what they like. They are doing what it takes. They are doing what it takes. Now let's quickly look at life. I want to be as fast as possible. We said mastering the principles for success in every area of life. So I want us to understand some of these basic things. Unfortunately, many people don't understand what life is all about. We find ourselves in life and we are probably just existing. But today, every one of you will understand what life is. Now, what is life? Life is more than mere existence. Life is a journey filled with opportunities, challenges, decisions, victories, and lessons. Who can tell me of all these packages in life, which of them do you like best? Opportunities? If I say the one that you like, say yay. Opportunities? Yeah. You will not say yay for all of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that strikes you, the one you like the most, say yay on that one alone. Opportunities? Yeah. Challenges? Yeah. Decisions? Yeah. Victories? Yeah. And lessons? Yeah. Said yay to challenges. That one person is the only person that is qualified to succeed. Do you understand that? Life is full of opportunities, challenges, lessons, decisions, victories. All the beautiful components of life are buried inside that challenge. The next slide. Now let's look at what life is all about. Life is like a battlefield. How many of you have seen any war movie? Yes, can you clap for my girl there? War movie. Do we still watch movies? How many of you have seen war movies? You see guns, you hear sounds, you see spill of blood, and you see actor. Abule doesn't used to touch. At 17 people are shooting the actor like you just dodge all of them. And just shoot and 17 people die. Life is like a battlefield. I'm talking about this life you are living. This life you are living. Just think about where you are and everything that pertains to your life. Your school, your business, your marriage, every component of life is battle. Is likened to be a battlefield. So the battle, we have some things that we need to battle in life. We have to battle ignorance. How many of you are on a war against ignorance? How many of you are in a war against ignorance? Okay. The real answer is inside your mind. The battle against poverty and war against poverty. Many people will say they are a war against poverty. It's actually not what about you say. Hello? Tell your neighbor, it's not about what you say. I want to be wealthy. It's not about what you say. Are you following the principles? I want my marriage to work. It's not about what you say. I want to build a profitable business. It's not about what you say. I want to make it in life. You know, I have hardly asked 100 youths what they want from life, and I have 2 giving me good answers. They gave me answers packaged with ignorance. Life is a battlefield against fear. Life is a battlefield against failure. Life is a battlefield against mediocrity. Can I shock you? Despite all of these things that we need to battle in life, many people in life are not fighting. Some are playing, some are flexing, some are catching clues. Some are trying to catch up with football as their basic activities that consume their time and minds. Some are trying to catch up with trends on TikTok. The data they get is for entertainment. They try to feel good in battlefield. Who can tell me what can happen to somebody that is like this in the battlefield? You said? I just created a word when I was preparing for this program. That person is a state of victimism. Is a state of what? Victimism. Victimism is a state, a person position himself to become a victim in life. A state of victimism is a state of playing in battlefield. You have positioned yourself. Straight bullet, go out. They're not even looking for you. What is going on? And you are playing basketball. Like, why are they shooting? Let me focus. That's what some of us are doing. We're in a battlefield and we are not aware. Unfortunately, a lot of us play the most of the reproductive time of our life and realize suddenly, like Nigerian movie, they just realize. In the Holy Bible, it said, so shall poverty come on you like armed bandits. You know, they come in a audacious way. How many of you have seen armed robber writing letters that are coming to your house next week to rob you around 10 p.m. in the night? They come in a audacious way. So I want you to look at yourself. Are you fighting? You have marriage. Are you fighting to make it work? Or you are waiting to make it work? Tell your neighbor, if you wait, you waste. Because nothing just happens. And nothing will never just happen. For everything that happens, there must be a happener. Another English people, is that in your dictionary? Happener. Yeah. So you read English and you're my wife, so you are going to tell them that your husband has added some things. For something to happen, there must be a what? A happener. Now, who is the happener? Who is the doer? Now, that thing that makes you start thinking who that person is where we have issues. Say it's me. I'm responsible for everything that is happening in my life. Check your account balance right now. You know it. You don't need to open your phone. You know it. Open your brain and check your account balance. You are responsible for that account balance. Check your marriage if you are married. What are the issues in that marriage? Forget about your spouse. You are a very significant problem or significant cost. Some persons will say, when I married my husband, it was not like that. Every product, every person is a product of where the environment is by themselves. We have good women becoming bad men because of an environment the spouse brought. We have very good women becoming bad. We have very good men becoming chronic wife beaters because there's an environment that has promoted bitter in him that he never knew. I not support anybody that cannot control himself to avoid raising a hand on his spouse. That person is not a complete human being yet. That's why we are here. A complete human being is a human being that does what he decides to do, not what they say you should do, not what they make you do, not what they stimulate you to do, because you'll be responsible for what you do. Tell your neighbor you are responsible. Let's look at the next quickly. Life is like a marketplace. Life is like a marketplace. In the market, two things happen. Some people come and buy. Some people come to sell. In this market, what are you providing? What value are you providing in this market called life? If you have a product, say yay. Yay. If you have a service, say yay. Yay. Clap for yourselves. If you don't have a product or a service that you have come to this life to sell, you are not an addition to life. The reason why Nigeria is so stressed is because Nigeria is filled with more consumers than producers, filled with more takers than contributors. We are always expecting something from life, expecting something from people. We are not thinking it's our responsibility to give. Life is complex for the unprepared, but simple for the prepared. Check your life. The more pressure you get, is an indication of your level of mastery in life. I will say pressure. Pressure comes to everyone at different times. How do you react to pressure? How do you take pressure? Some persons receive pressure and sink. Some persons receive pressure and rise because of understanding. I was telling somebody in marriage counseling, some people that are counseling people that came with critical challenges are actually being counseled by people with more challenges and they are not aware they have challenges. You come and meet somebody of your spouse's issue, and then the issue that person have is even more critical than your own, but that person that is counseling is not aware. That was a mastery. If you have a proper understanding of life, there are some things you call challenge. They are blessings. By all standard, me and my wife does not have any reason to be able to build a successful home. We don't have a reason. She's the only child. I'm firstborn. With 5 younger ones. What kind of man is that? Commander-in-chief. Command, leave them, come here now. They are commanders. And she's the only child of her parents. And then she is so valued and treated with so much care. And then she now married commander. When I say something, you say, why are you shouting? I say, I'm not shouting. I was issuing a statement. But she's here, no, my dad don't talk to me like this. Do you understand? I'm from Warri, where appreciation is not in our register. If your mother cooks, the appreciation is the passion with which you eat it and lick it and finish it. Say, wow, they enjoyed my food. She came from Yoruba land. She's a Yoruba, where appreciation is fuel. And then we got married, and I was just seeing her, she's angry. Why angry? You didn't know? She will not talk. In her mind, how can a human being complete, full-grown human being? You see somebody walking, you cannot just say, well done. Okay? And then when she gave me that feedback, I was like, how can a human being be this angry for cooking for the family? What? I've never seen it in my life. Since I was born, I've never seen it. I've never seen my father say, well done to my mother. For all the gymnastics that she's doing. And then because I have been preparing for marriage since JSS. Everyone say JSS. Yeah. I started preparing for marriage rigorously when I was in JSS. And then I knew that when your spouse gives you reaction, you do root cause analysis. And I did root cause analysis. I saw that she is wired with appreciation. I am dewired with appreciation. So how do we learn? We started walking. Everyone say walk. So another family, there's going to be critical problem. We bathe together every day since we got married till we're going to die. And then when we started bathing, she said, is this how human beings bathe? Your water is everywhere. I said, human beings bathe. I even saw it in Lux adverts. Like this. So why is your home so organized? Water will just be going down. See, that's how they bathe. I did root cause analysis. She was in a boarding house where many people used to bathe and they learned bathing management. I did not know that. So cut the long story short, we're having one of the best marriage in the world. 13 years of marriage. Same with business. Every business does not have any reason to work. Some of you just start a business and then you do 1 + 1. How many of you saw the work on publicity for this program? Somebody said, this place will not contain. I said, don't worry, this is the size of hall, so the size of publicity. I know what I was expecting based on reality. If the publicity we did was in Abuja, I will not use this hall. I know we're in a place where value is not needed, so I look for small hall. And now we have a good number as expected based on where you are. Some of your neighbors say based on where you are. So you want to start a business in local child, you just come and say, wow, everybody eats rice, everybody eat curry, you just set up a business and just see that nobody is coming. So, don't they eat again? I said curry, what's happening? Do you know what is happening? Wrong expectation. They are expecting rush at the point of laying foundation, at the point of start. And then what happened? Frustration, complexity. And then you are weakened because you do not understand that there is a phase for digging, and then the phase for visibility, and then the phase for the spread. So that they will know the phase. Now I'm cooking a goosey soup, and then I start with putting the pot on the gas cooker, empty pot, right? I have all my ingredients prepared, and somebody come and say, please, what are you cooking? I said, I'm cooking a goosey soup, and the person is very hungry, and come to the pot and open it and sees an empty pot. How will the person feel? Disappointed. Some people, at the point where they don't start, at the point of open pot, they are expecting complete egusi soup. You are not starting a business. You have not done what it takes, and you are expecting the food to be served when you don't started with the first step. Everybody say the first step is empty pot. That's a stage of no results, but that's the beginning. Let's go on. In life, only the fit will survive. Now, who are the fit? The fit are people that are learning continuously. Ask yourself, are you learning continuously? You see, life is not going to give you what you want. Life is not going to give you what you like. I wish to have a Mercedes-Benz car. I wish to build. Life will be looking at you. I'm sorry, life is a very patient teacher. If you don't learn when you are 15 years, it will keep teaching you. If you don't learn till 30 years, it will keep teaching you. If you are 50, you have not learned, it will keep teaching you. How does life teach? Life flogs you. And when you see those lashes, it's a lessons of life. When you see those pain, when you see those struggle, it's life that is flogging you like that. What's happening? And you're not hearing the message of life. I want to learn. Until you are loaded, you cannot be needed. So go and jump around, go to social media, and people will be looking at you. I see a lot of people, they just conceive an idea. They say, I want to start this business, I want to do this, I want to go into a relationship, I want to have this kind of job. And I look at them, they are not even ready. You know nothing. Some people say they want to build a wonderful career. And I ask them, in those days, I don't know the procedure for career breakthrough in Nigeria as to the need for GMAT and all of that, right? But I do know that in our Nigeria today, if you want a good career, you have to have how many years experience in that career? Minimum of 3 to 5 years before you can start the career. Clap for yourself. If you want to build any career, you have to have 3 to 5 years experience in that field before you can start. Young ones, are you listening? You want to build a career in accounting, look for a company that needs an accountant. Even if they have an accountant, tell them, I want to be your accountant or deputy accountant or assistant accountant or ancestral accountant or slavery accountant, and don't pay me anything. Who will reject you? The moment you are taking in your accounting career, just started foundationally. It is an error. It is a pitiable dismal. For a fresh graduate, they come to my office a lot. What's your salary expectation? Minimum of 250,000 naira. Now, this job role, you don't even know it. You cannot describe the job role, not to talk about fitting in. This generation, somebody will go and learn one little thing, how to launder clothes, how to do dry cleaning, right? They just learn it small, and then they bring flyer. I'm a professional dry cleaner. And then you give them the job, and they give you some clothes. You say, "It's my clothes inside here." There's this demon called professionalism at the state of initializing. Okay, let me construct it.
Infants.
I call it a demon that makes you feel like you're a professional when you are at the initial state. It's a self-afflicted virus. My wife worked in the media for 4 years for free, and she got 4 years experience the day she graduated from the university. Clap for her. You know, I can't marry beauty. This is the way to say I can't marry beauty. My My point of attraction is nutritious brain. Everyone say nutritious brain. If you like, you are fine from heaven to toe, and then I ask you one or two questions and you donate emptiness. Your beauty will provoke natural vomitism. Doctor, what's the name? Something that makes you want to throw up. That's what your beauty does to me. There are many beautiful emptiness in this town, and your focus is your shape, your look, your fairness, and your clothes. You have missed it. If your area of concentration as a young person is how you look, you have missed it. Your look is the most. When I was young, they told me that, Joel, you are getting slim. I said, I just began the slimming journey. You never see slimness. I will be slim, I will be dry like this until I get what I want. Somebody saw me last week in one office. He said, I did not know you again. You were very slim that time. I said, wow, I've already started reversing from that my other side. You know, you need to be buried before you can be glorified. Talk to your neighbor. You see, this is your normal. This is your current version. You cannot make it. Stop thinking big. You know, in church they say think big. Is it bad? No. But you are thinking of points when your thoughts is not in line with your what?
Action.
It's not in line with your what? Thank you. Next slide. Sorry, we are there. Go back. So this is how to know that you are fit. If you are learning continuously, there is not going to be a time when you stop learning. Do you know when you are going to stop learning? When you die. So a fit person is a person that is on channel learning. I traveled to Abuja to learn from people that by record I know more than. I'll go for their programs, I'll pay, I'll be waiting for just one work. For just one work. Me and my wife were making bags and all that. We said, how do they make bags in Lagos? We traveled to Lagos and paid for a training in Lagos, and the trainer was doing what my 5-year-old cannot do, and we go scot-free. I was bearing it. I said, there has to be something, there has to be another pattern that she's going to do, and we still got something out of it. Continuous learning. Where do we learn from? We learn from books, we learn from people. If you see anybody, young people, don't ever meet your colleague in any field and you are trying to tell the person what you know. Just keep quiet and listen. You could learn more from that person than trying to just make points. A fit person is a person that adapts quickly. The first time me and my wife lost some good dollars. Everybody say good dollars. That was some 4 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago. That loss gave me critical excitement. Do you know why? I've been hearing Jack Ma. He said I'm a billionaire because I've lost millions. And I've not lost millions. I've not lost millions. So the moment we lost the money, my wife said, no, this money must not go. Let's pray. I said, wait. Forget about that money. Forget about that money. That was the excitement in loss. Jubilation in failure.
Jubilation in failure.
Many of us, we have held our past and we want to go ahead 10 years. You are still with your past. You can't go anywhere. Somebody cheated you and all men are suspicious. A girl did something to you and say all women, you left, you paused yourself when you left that person, and there will you be until you adapt. How quickly do you adapt react to situations. What makes you fit? Because you know what? Life is full of bullets. Life is full of challenges. When they come, you face it. You face it. The other day, somebody came to my office that they are looking for me, they want to arrest me. I did not ask the person who reported me and for what. I said, what time should I come? I'm not in the office now, what time should I come? I did not ask who reported me to the person, and I fixed time and I went there. Everyone said, face it.
Face it.
You look at your bank account, you don't have money to eat, you don't have anything. Tell yourself, face it. And what do you do? Because when in the battlefield, what do you do? What do? You fight. Tell your neighbor, fight for your life. Don't wait for miracle to happen to your life. I want us to also kill this demon from our mind. I am not good at talking. And you're in life, in a battlefield. Even if you are born internal introvert, to fit in life, you must talk. You must talk. Because if you cannot talk, you need somebody that can talk. Right? And now you are just starting. You don't even have money for yourself to do anything. So for you to be able to get anything out of life, you don't, what's this my mentor? He said he doesn't like reading and is a best-selling author. Robert Kiyosaki. He said he does not like writing. But because it is a requirement to achieve his goal, he has to write every day. Tell your neighbor, what don't you like doing? I don't like meeting people. I don't like talking. I don't like marketing. I don't like people to see me. Those are the reasons you cannot make it. Can you clap for yourself? So if you want to make it, how can your child come and tell you that? Your child of 10 years and come and tell you, say, Dad, I don't like writing. I think I prefer to drawing. I don't like to write. So when I go to school, they are teaching me English, I draw. I just don't like writing. What will you tell the child? What do you, African parents will afflict the child with beating and all manner of abuse. In this house, you want to fail, attack. But you are doing the same thing that child is doing. The required thing you need to make it in life, whether you like it or not, you must embrace it and get it done. Battle carry, fighting carry. Force the hero in you and come out. In life, the feet are those that solve problems. The feet that there are those that can control their emotions. There are those that develop valuable skills. You don't need to like the skill. If that is the skill that is required, develop it. Meet people that have it. Let me tell you a short story about myself. I grew up in a family where nobody speaks English. If you ask my wife what is my mother tongue, she will tell you my mother tongue is pidgin English. That's what my father used to marry my mom. In the program they do to give birth, it's pidgin English. They do all the rhyme, all the things, it's pidgin English at night. And then they gave birth to me. We were trained with pidgin English. The first day my wife followed me home, she was in shock because she was hearing me speaking my mother tongue for the first time. Critically. You know the way I'm speaking, you don't know that I can speak pidgin English. But I was raised with pidgin English. In my streets, if you speak pidgin English to any elder, you'll be beaten. Say, please, bros, how can I get Jaffa Junction? Yes. They said, I mean, they speak English. Before you know it, they will change it for you with attack and beat. So I am not supposed to be able to speak English. What did I do? I go back to my school and I mingle with those from better families, where their family, what they speak is English. Now, what will happen to me in that environment? You said? Yeah, before I speak English, what will happen to me in that environment? Mock me. They will make jest of me. They will bamboozle me, rubbish me. Because for every sentence I speak is a bankering activity. Bankering, it was like, who just spoke? Everyone will look at me and like, yes, I will learn it. I disdain their rebuke because I want to be better. And now my entire family, they are in confusion. Why did this one go and learn English for? And I'm a consultant in the family today. So everything you need to make it, you fight to get it. One of those things you fight for is valuable skills. And very importantly, the field takes responsibilities for their results. And I make glad to announce to you that you are where you are today because of what you have been doing yesterday. And you are going to be where you will be tomorrow because of what you are doing today. If you don't make it in life, it is not going to be the fault of the government. It is not going to be the fault of your parents. It is not going to be the fault of your uncle that has the wherewithal to help you. It's going to be your private fault. Like sometimes I imagine a 90-year-old man. What good reason did a 90-year-old man explain to his generations under him that made him not to succeed, that would be reasonable? That's life. Major areas of life to work on. I want you to quickly write this down because I will not explain them. Number one, the spiritual life. Your inner you, your relationship with your maker is a very important component in life that you have to be very conscious about. This aspect will control a lot of things about you. Number two, personal development. Your mindset, your character, your habits, your self-improvement. Can I shock you? We have two sets of people in this room. We have poverty people and we have wealthy people. The one that is poor have been consciously, unconsciously working hard to develop poverty skill. Tell your neighbor, poverty is a skill.
What is this?
Tell your neighbor, poverty does not just happen. Tell your neighbor, well, poverty does not just happen. Failure does not just happen. It's a skill. It's a skill you develop daily. Daily watching of movies. Daily playing. Daily resting. I had a copper. She said she has been working with me. She has been measuring her waist. Her waist is now slim because she's not resting. I can now make her to do all the work that she needs to do from 8 so that by 10 she will rest for the day. And I said, wow. And I said, you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to sign your clearance. Drink all the month. I'm going to sign everything. Just go away. I cannot survive with you. And she was so excited. And she finished NYC and went home. And her father called me for the great help. I helped the daughter. That was a generational problem. Some of you go to church and be fighting against generational curses. Most of you, 90% of people that are poor are not poor by any generational factor. They are poor by generational habits. You see, they say diabetes run in their family. Diabetes does not just happen. You have to trigger it, doctors. You have to trigger it. You may have the tendency to have diabetes, and you can walk it and live a diabetes-free life. So poverty is not a spiritual thing. Poverty is a mental achievement. Please write it down. Poverty is a mental achievement. Because when you achieve it, let them give you 20 billion. If you have not built your capacity to 20 billion, when they give you that money, your brain will knock. You will no longer be in control, you will be lost. And then the money will be controlling you. If you have built your capacity to 100,000, when the money reach 100,000, you will not come out from coma. So, wow, this one want to finish, you will now begin to do the right things. What can I do with 100,000? How can I make something meaningful? This 100 billion is finishing. What can I do? Because the money just came to yourself. So tell your people, you are not wealthy until you are wealthy. You cannot be wealthy until you are wealthy. Where is that wealth? Mental wealth. When you hear people, they call them Dr. Joel, you see their courage, you see their behavior. Oh my God, they are going somewhere. So somebody tell them about Joel is going somewhere. The result will shock you. But I don't want you to be far when you begin to see some strange global results. So can you take analysis of your mindset? What kind of mindset have you built? You can't deceive yourself. Show me your daily activity. I will tell you you are a wretchedly, permanently soul person, or a person that is going to be well. You need to be intentional about your health and fitness. Next slide. Your family and marriage, relationship with your spouse and children and relatives. You have to war with those things. It will never just happen. You can't just marry and your in-laws, everybody will just accept you like that. You will fight to get them. Even your husband and wife. To achieve good results with your husband and wife, you will fight to get it. In one of the videos, I said you fight to know the person. If you don't know your spouse, you cannot marry him or her well. You have to be intentional about your career and profession, your business and finance. Please go to the next slide. Social life and relationships. This is a very big area. We must build quality relationships with people. We must learn leadership and influence. We must learn purpose and legacy. Knowing why you are on this earth and serving it for the betterment of our generation. Next slide. Now, what is success? I love this man so much. Nightingale is somebody that is well known for personal development. He's dead now, but his legacy still is a radio presenter where he was known across America for somebody that helped people to be able to develop themselves. Now, he said success is progressive realization of a worthy goal. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. Now, if you want to be successful, let me give you some secrets. If you want to be successful at big things, you need to learn how to be successful at small things. E.g., I want to be at Life Summit at 4 p.m. What will happen to you? Life will make sure you don't make it, two of us. If you cannot succeed making it at 4 p.m., you have a lot of work to do. If you have a plan that I will wake up by 12 o'clock to read, and you cannot successfully wake up to achieve that goal, success is still far. Because to have big success is more complex than mobilizing yourself to go and read. It's more complex. To achieve this kind of program is more complex than mobilizing your own personal self. From your brain and everything, go and bend, do this and do that, and achieve it. Success in life is more complex than that. So if you cannot win those little things, that's why I love this definition. Progressive realization of a worthy goal. Let's move to the next slide. I want to be faster than anything. Success is not mere having money. Success means becoming the person capable. That was the person. The person capable of achieving meaningful results. Now, those assignments they are giving you in your workplace, in your school, even in your marriage, those assignments that are before you. How are you able to? What kind of person are you? Are you a capable person or incapable person? You can't give me any assignment and I will go to sleep. As I'm speaking here, I have complicated, complex assignments. I lead some companies that are not in Lokoja as the overall head in the whole country, right there in Lagos, organizing the whole activity of the company. Big company. And I'm here still intact with every assignment you give me. I was a capable person. Stop telling yourself, I am not like that person, I'm not good. It means you are saying I am not capable. Success is not a product. I want everybody to get this and get it so well. Success is not a product. It is a byproduct. Do you know what that means? Success is not what you pursue. Success is an occurrence. It happens. So if you are not doing something that can bring success, and you say you want to be successful, forget about it. A successful medical doctor, because I have medical doctors here, let me use them, is somebody that is neck deep into treating people than looking for money, true of us. And those that are passionate about treating people will get more money, true of us. Those that are not passionate about treating people will make more money at the beginning, true of us. Everybody say, at the long run. Now, this is another test to know whether you will make it in life. What are you thinking in your brain? Are you thinking of what you get now, or you are thinking of what you get later? What are you thinking? Now or later? Later. So if you are thinking later, now will be your day of what? Sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice now, you will be sacrificed later. Some young people want to flex now. I want you to begin to write your questions. Our strong panelists will be here. You ask your questions on business, on career, and all of that. And I need you to do everything you can to get out of this yourself to your big self. So success is a byproduct. Let's move on. Success, you don't pursue success. Success happens. Let's move on again. And then this is very important. Failure is the real maker of success. How many of you like failure? If you don't fail, you will not succeed. Every successful person failed sufficiently before they became successful. How many failure do you need? How many success do you need to become successful? After thousands of failure.
That's
you need one success.
That's one.
To become significantly celebrated after series of failures. Look for anybody that is shining. They don't tell you, we don't see what they went through, but we see them when they come out. And then it will look like overnight success, right? But I tell you the truth, if you pay attention to their story, you will know that you are doing very well. So failure develops over again. Failure develops your character. Failure develops your wisdom. Failure develops your resilience. Failure develops your patience. Failure develops your emotional strength. Without failing, you cannot achieve these things. You can't read and have emotional strength. You need to be punched, and then you react, and then you do not make it. And then someone says, "What happened?" Say, "In fact, I'm down, I'm downcasted." Then you have to go on that and call. When another thing comes, stand. So they keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. Come on. I have not seen the challenge that can blink my eye. I have not seen it by the grace of God. It's not because I was impacted. It's because I'm coming from somewhere. I have failed to the point that I'll be looking for the next thing. That's why I can jump into anything and fail yakata, and that big fall does not have anything to me. I begin to analyze. Tell your neighbor, when you fall, don't jump up immediately. Fail because there's something to pick. If you don't pick it, you will fall again. Next slide. Now, pathways to success. Number one, decision pathway. How many of you are ready to make a decision today? I want to be a different person. We have 4 cardinal points we are looking at: personal development, which is the biggest of all, right? And then your success in your business, success in your career, success in your marriage. You have to make that decision today, including that 10 years old child that is here. That is the first pathway to success. Success begins with a decision. Next slide. Next slide. Number 2 is purpose pathway. Success begins with knowing why you exist. So you need to go on a very rigorous search of who you are. Can I tell you how to know who you are? There is no formula, 7 formulas of self-discovery that can make you discover yourself. Do you know how to discover yourself? When you are young, try many things and everything, and study your reactions with them. That's the best formula to know yourself. I say when you are young. Now, somebody that is now old, that has not discovered himself, what should the person do? It's just carry over. You have to try many things. Unfortunately so. A great man of God said there are 4 stages of life: the morning, the afternoon, the evening, and the night. The morning is 0 to 25 years. And that's the phase of what? Learning. But now our teenagers of 15, 16, they want to be earning when they should be learning. 25 to 50 is your phase of earning based on what you have been learning. Name any great man that you see in the world, any great man that you see anywhere in the world. 99% of them discovered their path when they were teenagers. Okay, somebody that has not discovered his path when he's 35, what should the person do? Go to first stage, the only way. Go and learn. Unfortunately so, but it's the only way. You must go and learn. And when you are already 25, 30, you cannot learn. Learning will become a war. When they put the thing, it will react to many knowledge. I know many young people that argue life with me. You see 60 years old, you say, "Sir, no, this is the way." Like, what? The way? I had this your brain when I was 13, I'm telling you. He said, "No, just allow me, allow me." And you know, I have to allow them. And they come back and they tell me, I thought. Yes, I thought. So you must discover yourself. Value creation pathway. Number next. growth pathway, intentional journey of growing yourself. Put yourself in a condition that will stretch you. I finished school and I discovered that if I stayed in my mother's house, she will condemn me with food. I was a food. Many young people, please, if you are here, you are a parent and your child just finished university, disown them in quotes. Chase them out of the house. So you don't have anywhere to stay. Go to the forest, go to the bush. Chase them away. Pastor Ben said, your father's house, the enemy of your progress. For one singular reason, your father does not have the stamina to see you go through the pain you need for your growth. When my son started catering school, I told him on Monday, you'll be at liberty to be going by yourself. So I'm teaching you for 1 week, crossing technology, because all these street children, they don't used to have accidents. They don't used to have accidents. But these are our children, we train like a brick something. They cannot even come out of the house and the world will look like the world want to come to an end. So I pushed him out. My dad said, Daniel said he can go by himself. I said, yes, he has been empowered to go by himself. And now he does things. I have given him the age when we start going to the market to buy things. As a guy, a responsible what? Yes. We are not going to have useless guy in our house. Next. Relationship pathway. Next. Consistency pathway. And next. You see this consistency, that's what leads to mastery. Go to the last slide. Yes. And this is our goal. Our intention for every one of us to articulate all the ingredients you need for your success, following this guide, and then begin to learn the mastery of it. Knowing the steps will not take you anywhere. You need to learn the step. You need to live the step. You need to have 10 years experience of these steps. And then you will master it. I want to congratulate every one of you that is seated here. And I want to assure you that if you click to the Life Mastery platform on YouTube, where all of these things are going to be aired as well, you cannot but enjoy mastery in life. Tell somebody mastery is the secret. Mastery is the only way. And mastery comes from consistency of well-doing. Mastery is also required to fail. So if you want to fail, master the things that make you fail. If you want to succeed, master the things that make you success. And the sky will be your starting point. I want to say a big thank you. And give a big round of applause, please. Once again, you just received my birthday gift. Thank you.
Can we make that clap louder one more time? Wow. Thank you so much for this outpouring. Thank you for pouring out yourself into us. And we promise that we'll represent everything you've taken time to teach us this evening and on this day. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mom. Right about now, we'll be going straight to a panel section where here will be given to all our questions. So please note them and ensure you pass them across as it will be addressed richly. Celebrate God as I welcome the following to come take their seat right here on the stage. Can we celebrate our Mama Eunice? Please, thank you so much for your time so far. Can we celebrate her, please, as we make our way? Thank you so much for all you do. Also coming to the stage is Mr. Joseph Gambo, thank you so much for your time so far. We appreciate you and we celebrate you. And also coming to have us sit here is Dr. Peter. Thank you so much. Please, can you make your way? And to also join them is the anchor of this panel section. Can we celebrate Barrister Julian Ajayi? Thank you so much. Now, the host, the celebrant, and the wife, please kindly make your way also. Now, before they come, please, Dr. Joel, can you stand and remain standing also with your wife? Let's just do a brief introduction for so many who have been sitting and really don't know much about him. Dr. Joel, sorry, the surname, I'll just put O in order not to have a reason to pay a fine for calling it wrongly. So Dr. Joel O, he is a business coach and a professional public speaker and an entrepreneur. He's an alumnus of Nana College, Warri, and he graduated from Aprus Ali University and a certified business development service provider from Kaduna State Business School. And is passionate about leadership, business growth, and personal development. He is happily married to Adebola Nora O. All right, thank you. Can we make a hand louder? And is a father of 3 children, Darian, Midwin, and Noreen. Thank you. You know, when you are a visionary, you won't give your children local names. You give them names that can open doors. And these are the proofs. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for all you do. He is dedicated to empowering people and building business and creating lasting impact. Can we celebrate him with a loud clap and with a shout, please? Dr. Joel and your wife, please kindly make your way to the stage.
Thank you so much to all my panelists this evening. You're welcome to the stage. Without wasting much of our time, first off, I would want to apologize to Madam Eunice. She's supposed to be somewhere by 6:30. And somebody just told me that, you have power, you hijacked mommy. All right, so I'll start from her. So in case you see her going from here, you should understand her. She has spent time with us and she has to be somewhere by 6:30. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So I'll just go straight. My first question will go to Madam Eunice. Now, one of the things that gave me joy is the fact that we have lots of young people here, seated here today. And I want to enjoy you to please learn from this segment. Yes, Madam Eunice, please, I would like to ask, how can a young person discover their purpose and remain committed to it? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. And congratulations again to Dr. Joel. And it's really amazing to be here. I've learned so much from this Life Mastery Summit. First and foremost, I always tell people that the center of it all is Christ. If you are going to succeed, your foundation must be right. If the foundation is right, then other things can now be built. I always tell parents, the best thing you can give to your children is not education. The first and the best thing you can give them is a solid rock, and that solid rock is Jesus. Once the foundation is right, I tell you, every other thing will stand firm. So once you are rooted in Christ, and I always tell people, even if you are a kid, children listen, teenagers listen, the relationship The journey of knowing Christ is a personal thing. Because you will, whether you like it or not, you will not be with your parent forever. A time is coming, you will have to be on your own. You remember those times you leave home to go to school? The journey has started. Gradually, it might be short, maybe nursery school or pre-nursery, primary or secondary. Then gradually, before you know it, you graduate, you get to the university. That's the journey of leaving home or your parents to staying on your own has started. Now, what you know, the foundation that you have built when you were home or while you were with your parents of knowing Christ is that foundation that will put you together and help you so that every other thing now can be built on it. Now, when that foundation is clear and is solid, then it will be easy for you to be focused, to live a purposeful life. And we've heard so much about living a purposeful life. You must be clear about what you want to be, what you want to become. You must, it's fine. If it's education you want to, you have, what it takes to go to school, fine. I know there are people who say that they can't go to school, but are you ready to learn a skill? At the end of the day, it's not for you to be idle or not to do anything. You must have something that is beneficial to you that will eventually help you to be a value adder. So, one is let the foundation be right. Two is hard work. You must be committed. If you are in school, you must take your studies very serious. You must be focused. Distraction will come. But you know what? When the foundation is solid, it will take care of the distraction when it starts coming. When the foundation is right, the peer pressure that we face, the foundation will take care of it because the foundation that is solid will let you know that that pressure direction is not the right direction. I'm not going there because it's not going to help me. So you see, every other thing now that you begin to build on that solid foundation can stand. And when you begin to face the test of time, which is normal, which is natural, it will stand. So foundation is key, number one. Commitment, focus, hard work, and being determined, and knowing what you want to become in life. And I tell you, when you get there, you must keep at it. You must be consistent with whatever you do. And I tell you, in the midst of all of this, yes, it's normal, storm may come. But because the foundation is right, when the storm comes, it will help you to remain focused and to fight the storm, and you will get going, and eventually you succeed. Thank you very much. I really, really love to be here, but I really take your permission, please. I have to be on air now. I have an NTA program by 7, and I have to go to, they have to take me up to the multi-party. I have to get there by 6, but I have to leave now. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much. That was an amazing contribution. She said when the foundation is right, that every other thing will stand firm. Okay, so my next question goes to Mr. Joseph Gambo, the CEO of Jux Multiprint Limited. All right, so I would ask you, as a business person, I've been to Jog several times. I've done lots of printing here. And oh yes, your work is amazing. Well done. Now, that leads me to asking you, what is the difference between success and mastery? What is the difference between success and mastery?
Firstly, I want to say a very big congratulations to my friend and for the opportunity given to me to be here this evening. I think the end result of mastery is success. You must have consistently done something again and again, that the end result is what you call success. So the byproduct of your hard work is success. So So that you have stayed long enough in a team until you smell success. That is when you now say you call it success. Then more so, in the place of preparation is a place where you are building yourself to become a master in a particular area. And when you gain that mastery in that area, then you become successful. Am I right? So then you will now say, okay, this person is success. And that is why someone now put it this way. Success is what happens when preparations meet opportunity. So, in other words, gain mastery, then you become successful.
Wow, that's rich. Thank you so much, sir. So, in other words, mastery and success are two inseparable words. They are the same. So, you cannot say you have attained, you've gained success if you have not attained mastery. All right, thank you very much, sir. Dr. Peter, my next question goes to you. What does living a life of impact truly means? What does living a life of impact truly means? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, my honorable barrister. Dr. Wells, congratulations once again. I welcome all of us seated here this evening. Thank you for your time. Living a life of impact. I read a message somewhere. It was a sentence written at the doorpost of a church. They said, if one young man at that age says he had a client, but began to ask myself a question. He said the client is overseas and that he told lies that he's actually sick and in need of money. That I should just fabricate a fake medical report. Do you get that? Something fake so that you can forward it to that person and the person will send dollars. And I was asking myself, what really happened? That this someone is asking me this kind of something is wrong with me. Now, that is not how to live life. And that is not a life of impact. As a young person seated here, you are preparing for WAEC. You know, they're writing WAEC now. And then you already had answers. And it becomes free for all. It's that you think it's a normal thing. Now, that's not a life of impact. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. For some of us who did physics, that is Newton's third law of what? Of motion. And unfortunately, it is quite a dysfunctional environment, a broken society, where if you want to live right, you must, as a matter of emphasis, you must be able to swim against the tide. You don't have to swim against the tide.
It's like it's a low battery that went.
It is simple. It becomes simpler when you move in the direction of that water.
I'm sure it's life, but
would that be forced?
it's like it went on.
Naturally, the water takes you.
Maybe it's
But what if you want to swim against that water? What will you do? A lot of force has to be applied. So you must build a conviction, a personal conviction. For church people who say, as Daniel and his friend impose in their heart, that they will not defile themselves. That is a life of your building conviction. Now, impact, for you to have an impact, there must be a positive conviction. You must determine to live right. Others may be doing it, but me, I'm not doing like that. Others may be cheating their way out like this, but me, this thing is I can't do this kind of thing. Yes, things are hard. People are buying jobs. You buy a job for 3 million. Yes, people may do that. But me, I have determined. And based on the lesson I learned today, and based on the conviction, personal conviction I built and the relationship I had, and personal understanding, I have come to realize that me, I can't afford to live this kind of life. Impact starts from you. Excuse me, you can't make impact if you are not living a personal impact in life. Did you get that? Remember in the lecture, Dr. Joel said, you can't give what you don't have. There must be a fight inside of you for impact to come out. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the place of personal conviction. May I shock you? Can I shock you? Now let me tell you that based on experimental probability, the research said you are using the result of what has been happening to predict what is going to happen. Based on our analysis of the nation we live now, do you think there's a bright, do you think there's a future for a center like this? Do you think there's a future for it? It's becoming more and more difficult. But that is why you must build a personal conviction, sir. You can make impact in Nigeria. Late Professor Dora Adelisi said, change begins with me. She was an agent of transformation as the Minister of Communication then. Say change begins with me. So impact begins with you, sir. Impact begins with you, man. Especially for the young ones amongst us. Your own case is even different. You will have to wake up. The earlier you accept responsibility, the quicker you rise and make an impact. There is no time to joke again. There is no time to play again. There is no time to be TikToking from morning to evening again. There is no time to do Facebook from morning. Even the Facebook is telling you to face your books up. Do you get that? So there is no time to joke around. If you really want to make an impact, let it come to a point where the society will realize that I have made an impact. Even God will testify. Even God will testify. God was telling Satan, he said, have you considered my servant Job? Job must have made an impact for God to make such a statement. Let someone testify. Even your enemies can testify that you're living right. Do you get that? Let them testify that you're living right. And so shall we. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to ask Mrs. Joette this question. I've seen a lot of young ladies. Now this is on the relationship level. Yes. I've seen a lot of young ladies, or let me say recently, I met a girl. She was in a relationship and somehow, according to her words, the guy started ghosting her. And I was like, Toy, he goes to you, you to ghost him now. Since he's not giving you reasons why. Anyway, that was on a lighter note though. But there was something she kept doing. Even when this guy was giving her all the signs that I am no longer interested, she was finding it difficult to say goodbye. She kept calling, like she was the one calling, she kept calling and pushing. And just 3 days ago, she called me and she was crying. What happened? She said, Auntie Julie, he finally told me he's no longer doing. And I asked her, is that why you are crying? So now, I want to ask you a question. First, I would like to ask, what is your advice for the younger people here concerning relationship? Because I know you treaded that path before you got married. And what was that thing that convinced you so deep that Joette is the man to spend the rest of your life with? We want to learn. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I must sincerely appreciate everybody for being here. It's an honor to have you here. So first, I will say, as a woman, you need to have a life. Most women don't have a life. They feel, I will marry and be in my husband's house, okay? They feel the man should do everything. And that's why in university, if you have a colleague, for instance, you are in lecture halls, you are in lecture theater, and somebody is selling popcorn, you have this mindset. Maybe somebody walks into the hall and is selling popcorn. You will practically tell your guy, as any guy that is there, buy popcorn for me now. Can't you buy popcorn for yourself? On Valentine's Day, can't you carry yourself out? In fact, the very first time my husband took me out to ostrich, he asked me to go and take anything. Guess what I took? I took water, table water. Because I was not sure, I don't know him. So don't let me say, I've now spent your money, that's how I should come and lie down. and then you're not saying something for nothing. No. So as a woman, you need to, have your life. Who told you cannot buy a car and go to your husband's house? And who told you you cannot have your own land and go to, if I love my money, I make my money as I am, and I still collect from him. Yes. So I want to do anything with the other day on Salah Day, I just took my children, let's go out. He was not around. He was calling us, where are we? He said, you don't have to wait for your husband for everything. That's just a simple truth. So as a woman, have a life. You are a human being. In fact, opportunities for females and even males. Yes. That's just a simple truth. You want to go, let a man finish education and let a woman finish. Most times, the women even get jobs faster. That's just a simple truth. Particularly, so your youthful life is a time to learn to build yourself. I knew that I loved media, and when I was in school, I schooled in University of Nigeria, now in State University. I asked a question: is there any media house in this locality? And they told me, yes, there's a media house, Radio Nigeria, Progress 100.5 FM. I said, okay, is there anybody that is in this school that works in that, media place? They said, there's one girl, she's a 300 level. I walked up to Busola, I looked for her. Please, I would love to join you. I would love to be, in radio with you. And she said, okay, I have my programs on Sunday. Can you be coming? I said, no problem. All you just need to do is, on Monday, go and meet the head of programs and introduce yourself, because they will not want to see a strange person in the studio. And I walked up to on Monday, I went to be the head of programs and introduced myself. He said, they don't like giving the students their air time, as in, they don't like giving students a try, because students will always feel they come with the excuse here and there. I said, sir, I will not fail your programs. And I was going consistently from my 200 level till 400 level. And that was what got me the job I had. Immediately I finished NYSC, I did not even look for a job. In fact, I was posted to Kogi State, to a school. When I got here again, I asked, is there any media house here? They said, Grace FM. I walked up to Grace FM myself. They said they've already finished picking all the covers they needed. I stayed in the reception. I said, I'm not even going anywhere. Let me enjoy your TV. And one man came and said, oh, I love your resilience. Where are you from? I said, I'm from Ondo State. He said, I'm also from Ondo State. I said, oh, okay. I will give you a trial to meet the head of programs. And if she accepts you, fine. If she doesn't accept you, fine. I met the head of programs. She gave me a bullet. She said, I don't love females in my department. I said, well, you're going to love this female. Interview with me, and after that, she was the head of programs on TV. We also have head of programs on radio, and I had interview with head of programs on radio. Okay, what have you done? I was telling them what I've done. Fresh graduates already have 4 years experience. Oh my God. And immediately the head of program said, he's coming to my department. The head of radio said, he's coming to my department. So they started fighting. And I was not even in the list. They had to remove from the list and put my name. And immediately I was finishing, I was retained in that organization. And when I got there, the cameraman told me, you are doing too much. They don't used to do more than 1 program in this station. I was doing 4 programs. 4. I will go to the House of Assembly to cover the House of Assembly. I will also I was doing just gisting, I was doing a health program. That health program made me to know a lot of doctors in FMC. I never knew one day that the day I was going to give birth, I was almost on my deathbed. I was supposed to be my deathbed, but I was almost dying. It was one of those doctors that God used. I know this is my patient. She's my patient. I told her that she's my patient. So anything you are doing, do it with the whole of your heart. Do it as if you are being paid for it. It's a learning phase. So if it's because you have no self-esteem, you don't know that you can make it. That is why you are depending on a guy. That's just a simple truth. And another thing again is that when you are in a relationship, don't give your body. That's what I mean. A guy is naturally a hunter. The moment you open everything, the guy stops hunting. The guy stops hunting. So close it. Everyone say close it. Let him continue to hunt. That's not the simple truth. So build yourself, build your life, and have integrity. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause for her. Young ladies, please have a life for yourself. Because when you don't know who you are, every Tom, Dick, and Harry looks like it. And also, one of the things I picked from what she said is have self-worth. Every time I go to secondary schools to talk to young lads, one of the things I talk to them is have this self-worth. There's some person, some guys can just come around you and now tap your bum bum, and then you're like, I don't like it, so stop it. Hello, you have to set the record straight. Like, look the person straight in the eye. You see that thing you did? Don't ever try it again. But when you are, don't try that again. The next time they will still come and try it again. Please have self-worth and self-discipline. Thank you very much. My final question before I take the general one, Dr. Joel. Now, concerning marriage, the theme for today of this summit is all about life mastery. Now, talking about life mastery, in all areas of life, I was just whispering to someone before we came off stage, and I asked, can someone really have mastery in marriage? Yes. So please, I want you to talk on that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a very powerful question. Marriage is like life, where you learn every day. And marriage unfolds different phases. A woman before marriage is absolutely different from a woman before marriage. Sorry, after marriage. Do you get that? A woman before marriage is different from a woman after marriage. So when you have mastered singlehood and you marry, you now see another package. Example, the first day I went to her house and she prepared concussion rice, and she said, how is it? And truthful guy that I was, I said, I'm just there. And then she was like, wow, this guy is sincere. Because she just came back from a party, just rush, and she just did something that was just there. So she was like, wow, I like this guy. Wonderful guy, sincere, straightforward. Then when I'm married, she cooked. I said, how is the food? And that very day, there was something wrong, and I said it. And then I got another feedback. After going to the market, after doing this, you don't appreciate somebody. I was like, wow, this is not why you married me. Because I was saying correct thing. Since that day, I now know that a woman's food is permanently sweet. Permanently sweet. So you can only enjoy it if you position yourself to keep learning the new version of your spouse. Your spouse before marriage, your spouse before children, and your spouse during pregnancy, she has changed.
Yeah.
She's another person. Your spouse, when you have one child, and when you have 2 children, is another person again. It's the same thing with men. You see some men with money and men without money, another person.
Hey, Jesus.
Some men, when they are broke, they are broke. So you need to, for your marriage to work, I will say you have gained mastery when you know that another version can come. So mastery is not an end product. Mastery is a pursuit. So you keep learning, you keep adjusting, and the biggest secret for mastery in marriage is sufficient knowledge of your spouse. If you don't go on the search to understand your spouse, now let me tell you one very profound truth about marriage. That man that is hurting you so badly, that you are feeling hurt, and you are complaining about, you are also hurting the man. why are they hurting themselves? They are hurting themselves because they are two full-grown, separately trained human beings. According to the Bible, they train up a child when he's grown, when he's old, he shall not depart from it. You have to understand that. That the error of your spouse is an error that he or she cannot depart from. So when you tell him, honey, I don't like this, I don't like, and he does it again, he's not wicked. Or she's not wicked. The problem is capacity problem. They train you to eat anyhow. Statement cannot correct it. They train you not to be appreciative. English cannot fix it. So if you marry somebody that grew up like this, some people want to marry somebody that is drinking and then they want him to stop drinking. It's a foolish desire. Somebody that when you were dating, she slept with two of your friends. So when you marry that person, when your sister comes, you face the room, you tell your sister the kind of pant to wear and the padlock to carry it, because I have a husband that cannot survive no more.
No.
You should. So when he misbehaves, you don't go angry. You have a husband, a boyfriend or a girlfriend that is hiding the phone, and then you say you are now married, you want to see the phone. It is impossible. You married a phone coder, a phone hider. So that in that marriage, forget about that phone. So, in conclusion, the biggest frustration in marriage is wrong and unrealistic expectation. So where is the problem? Tell your neighbor who you marry. That's the problem.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Before we go, we have a question here, and it says, the person said, please, sir. Okay, thank you so much for the eye-opening program, sir. I am so blessed to be here. My question, please, sir, in a situation whereby you already discovered what you want to do in life, but you don't know how to go about it, how to go about making it a success, what should you do? Or maybe the town you find yourself doesn't appreciate what you do. What should you do to make it a success, Mr. Joseph?
Firstly, when you say you know what to do, and maybe the town you find yourself in don't get to appreciate what you have to offer, it is better while you are waiting for other things to attend to, you should be busy. Because Bible says dreams comes out of the multitudes of business. So in other words, while you look forward to what you actually want to do, you should be busy. Idleness will not give you what you want to do. So you have to be busy doing something. A very good example. Personally myself, years back, I didn't see myself doing business. I actually had other things in mind. But while I look forward to doing other things, hunger forced me to discover myself.
Oh, hallelujah.
So I get to know me when I became hungry. But I didn't know inside me was a business until hunger knocked on my door. Then today, there's nothing I enjoy doing like business. You can find yourself where maybe what you want to do, where you find yourself, just like you said, they don't need it. You now ask yourself a question, what do they actually need here?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't force what they don't need on them. So you have to understand what they need. Also have to go through the process of learning and understanding the people you are dealing with. Now, somebody is thirsty, is thirsty, and you're bringing a bowl of eba. It won't solve the problem of that test rather. Am I right? So you need to give him water in order for that to be taken care of. Now, when I like my brother here, Mr. Moscow knows me very well. Where I am today, like I said, I wanted doing something else, but when hunger knocked on my door, I saw myself selling popcorn in front of the same building where I have a company today. But I remember then the Eco Bank, the ancient Eco Bank, ancient because it's no longer in existence, here in Canada, Joshua, to see. So then I'll carry my popcorn, I'll go to the bank, I'll be selling popcorn. Don't forget, my personality, I'm a shy person. I found myself selling popcorn inside the bank. And then the manager was like, "Guguru, come here, okay, sir. I don't go there and sell my guguru, you give me money, I go my way." I mean, for me, I came with popcorn, or you call it guguru, but what I need is your money. Give me your money and go with my guguru. And then I go my way. But in the long run, whenever we meet, he doesn't call me guguru man. You know, tell me, guy, how fun has been your wife? The title changed from guguru man to guy, how fun. Now, if I had waited to or had insisted on doing what I'm doing, because personally I was teaching, I was going for home lesson, and I was selling the popcorn, and I was selling calculator in Federal University of Lokoja, and the rest of it. And then somehow an opportunity showed up. And that's why I said something earlier, that success is what happens when preparations meet opportunity. Most times, what we call a challenge is actually a blessing in disguise. But because you are looking from the wrong side, so you don't get to appreciate the blessing of problem. And so what happened, like I said earlier on, I wanted to do something else, and then this happened. And then my boss, once I resigned from somewhere, I came back to the company which is CCPs. Then I was working there as an operator, I came in as an operator. And then looking for me, my boss lost interest. All the business, the companies, the branches rather, had folded up. If anybody is interested, that is willing to give it up, I said, you know what, I'm interested. And that is how I worked hard. But I can't lie you. In 2019, I almost gave up myself. But because I forfeited a lot for it, there was no place to go again. This has to succeed. It was a must, no choice, no option again. Where will I pick it from? So I had to, because I was given admission to further my studies then, I had to cancel it because I was already building something. I canceled the admission letter is at home. I don't know when I will resume this way anyway. So, and that's how I faced it squarely. And then in 2019, it was really tough. Like I talked about, my role model used to say that most times, whenever a challenge comes your way, that is my tomorrow to be precise. So God will not give you what you pray for, He will give you what you can manage. So in other words, why I was praying for another thing, it was not really coming. What came my way was a challenge. And I was able to address the challenge. Then I found myself having a company to my name. From being an operator in that same place today, those same persons who happened to be my colleagues then happened to become my staffs that now started being salaried. Now, how did I get there? First, I knew what I needed to do, but at that time when I finished from school, I was not seeing myself getting there. I had to drop that aside and sold popcorn, sold calculator. Then I began to discover myself, discover that business is sweet too. And that was when I began to dig deep into it. And today there's nothing I enjoy doing like business. But above all, what I enjoy doing the most is taking risk. Risk. Understand? Because that risk that have been taken what got us to where we are today. Understand? And like I said, let me round it up by saying, when you find yourself in a place where what you want to do, or you even know what you want to do, but the wherewithal to really get it done is not there, just be busy and be buying time for the opportunity. but just be waiting like a lion who has been waiting for its prey. As soon as it shows up, you just hijack it and take up the opportunity that has showed up and move on. But if you say, this one is not available, people knows how to complain. This one no get money. This and that, you want to manage 1 million naira when you have not managed 200,000. It does not work like that. First, start from the scratch. Be busy, serve people faithfully, build good track record for yourself. Then before you know it, those things you left behind that you thought you won't pick up, you just see yourself, other doors will be opening, and then you begin to discover that what you left behind, you can still pick it up again. Why? Because you could see farther than you could see before, before. You see farther now, so you can easily pick up what you left behind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Someone once said to me that life is all about taking risk. And if you do it, two things will happen. It's either it works or it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work out, it's just a way of learning another strategy of how to do it again. We've come to the end of this session, but I think Mrs. Joel have something little to add to that, and then we just round up.
Thank you very much, sir, for that beautiful answers. I just want to also add, when you find, let's say you want to do something, because most times what I see about youth is that they are waiting for things to happen. Things doesn't just happen. Don't wait for it. If you found something or something that you, let's say a calling you want to do, there is somebody that is doing that thing currently. That's just a simple truth. If you want to be an accountant, there is a company that there are several organizations that you can do accounting for. And guess what? When you have those experiences, when you write them in your CV, they will not ask you whether it was a paid job or it was not a paid job. So anytime you have something in your mind that you want to do, if you want to go into ministry, we have the likes of Bishop Oyedeko that recently somebody reached out to me that they want me to play a video jingle for them, and they want to do stations in Akure. Okay, I know I have a friend in Akure. I called a friend in Akure, please can you connect me with some radio stations in Akure? And then she gave me a contact, some Press TV, Press FM, some stations like that. So I chatted the manager. How is everything? You know, I was so friendly. He just said, the name is Adil. I said, oh, that's like that. My dad's name is Adil. You know, we just got talking. And recently, he was chatting me now that he wants to open a radio station in Lagos. I've never seen this man before, but he has been seeing my books. And then they need a professional hand to open the radio station in Lagos. How much are you willing to connect? That was what he told me. I have the message here. And I told him, I said, I don't want to, because I'm like, I wouldn't want to go into the line of employment. That can I give somebody like that? So he said, the management said they want a strong hand. Now, what am I saying? When I got to my TV station, you don't just go on air to cast news. I was only giving programs to do. Now, I told them I wanted to cast news. They're like, cast news. Guess what? As I watching Channels television, as I see Makwe, as I watching NTA, as I go to, there was no AI. I will go to Google and type how to cast news. As I pronouncing what, you know, the day an opportunity will come, maybe a newscaster will not be around that day, you will fit into it. Yeah. And by the time you do it once, you'll say, continue. When I was to leave my organization, I told my MD, I want to leave CTV. He told me, please, Nora, you cannot leave. I will give you 2 years leave. Go for your leave and come back. That is a valuable staff. That's right. So when you are stop that thing that you want to do, if you want to do comedy, go and meet St. Bosco. I beg, make I be your boy. If you want to learn baking, go and meet Treasures. You will learn all their recipe free of charge. And they will not, you are supposed to be the one to pay or to learn. Or you will see the way they are doing popcorn, you see the way they are doing meat pie. If I say people will go great, you will sell popcorn because I sold popcorn too. I sold popcorn in my party with pregnancy with my second born. People that are doing jogging, me and my husband will carry generator, we'll use popcorn to pay his school fees.
Yeah.
So anything, and again, there are some opportunities that God gives your way, that God brings your way. Even if it doesn't align with your vision, take it. Just do it. You might learn one thing there that you will need later for your future. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I think this question is very, very key. Please, you ask after this. This question is very key, and I want everybody to understand this purpose discovery. I think there are so many teachings you have learned about purpose, and then something makes you feel you have discovered your purpose. As a young person, you only know you have discovered your purpose when you start working. If it has not started working, you are not sure. We have a population of people that have pseudo-discovery. You think you have discovered, but with time, if you allow yourself at the searching stage, you'll be able to discover that, it's not actually about this, it's about that. Majority of the people that have discovered their purpose did not decide the purpose. The purpose happened to them. Some discovered their purpose when they are playing athletics and then they broke their leg. And then they cannot play that passion. And then they discover something else. And let me tell you this, it will help you a lot. Of what you are passionate about. Become a passionate person. And put passion on top of solving any problem around you.
Okay.
That's how to discover your. So you see somebody in local that is have passion for music production. Passion for music production. You go here, you go there, it is not work. You spend 10 years, 20 years. In local jazz, do they need it? What are the problems in this town? Begin to react to the problem. Can I tell you your purpose in life is to solve problems?
Talk.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma. That's very rich. And one thing I know is that, yes, we've picked a lot, we learned a lot from this panel discussion. Okay, there's a question at the back. Okay, 2 hands. Please, is there another mic? If there's no mic, please, to save our time, can you just come forward? Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Lady face. I want to give a name, don't lady face. All of us one master our life.
No verse.
Hello. Go to the phone.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Mars. Wish you happy baby in areas such as wealth and conversations. Okay, so my question is, when you were teaching us, I thought that, okay, when you want to achieve your goals, there's a level of doggedness that you need to put in to achieve your goals. And then one of the things you taught us is discipline and consistency. Consistency is very much required. It's not just one and off. And so let's say, okay, I'm a person that is focused on what I want to achieve, and you're so locked in, you get, and you have your time, you want to do this, you want to do that. And then when people around you, your friends are like complaining, you're not always available, you're not socializing, you're not mixing with other people, you get. And then you're also like, okay, probably thinking that it costs you relationship you're supposed to build, for your life and everything. And then you're also looking at the other side, you're not lucky, people now like, this will not really, find you valuable in the long run, you get. So how do you now balance that, thing?
When you are in a journey to discover yourself, when you are in a journey to find your path, when you are in a journey to discover the things or to build your capacity to get to what you want, I tell you the truth. Don't balance anything. Let those that make you feel you are doing, delete them from your space. Do you know why we go to church, we go to programs, we hear great things, and then we go back and return to our normal self? What is responsible? Your normal environment. You read, and you're reading very well, and you're in your mind, you say you're not reading well, and all your friends say you are too reading, delete them. And then when you are reading and reading, you feel you have read so much, and your friends say, wow, I finished this book in 2 hours. Connect with people that rubbish your best. Then you will become better. But people that are always, who are my friends? Since I was in school, who are my friends? My friends are only the best anyway. Even if the person is ugly, even if the person is an imbecile. As a secondary school person, as a university, when I enter a class, I look for the best, and that is my friend. To rubbish my best. I have a friend who can read from evening till daybreak. So during the exam time, I go to exams because my reading capacity is 2 hours. What does that do to me? It rubbish my best, and then I become better. So that accolade, trying to feel among, is an act that makes you sell your birthright. Don't balance it. Start at it. That does not mean to build valuable relationship is wrong. It's a must to build valuable relationship. And that thing you claim you know that you are doing right, there is a possibility that you will discover that is the wrong journey 10 years later. How do you know you are in the right path? Capture mentors. People that verify your every step, that have gone ahead. See, these young people, I have many young people, I apply to mentor them. Then they will now say, okay, hold on, let me check. I'll get back to you. I apply. I see that this person is missing it. I'll now be using style. I'll now say, do you even have a mentor? He said, I have a mentor. Mine's Buron. They play. I met somebody say, our father is a mentor. Your father. You don't like your father's life. Your father does not have good results. Let people that have gone ahead be your mentor. The reason why you are running away from them, they make you feel bad. That feeling bad is what you have been lacking. That's why you are not doing.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say congratulations. And I want to really appreciate Duet for this great meeting. Sir, Dr. Duet, you know I'm thanking you. I am to be MC Two-Face and you might be inspired now as you speak. But I choose this one. I said, this year I'm a good. Wait till I go back. Do you know why? I've already discovered something from this man. Since 2012, when I came to Lokoja, I met him at Grace FM Gates. Come see his girlfriend that time. He now told me, say, this town, was like this town, there are potential, the people here are dead. If you touch me, now, my boy sister. I noticed that in Lokoja, there are many poor parents giving birth to poor children that become poor youths. As these poor youths are growing, the small children, the first time in my life, I was seeing children like this in this kind of program. It touched my heart. The children, try yourself all the children. This is an opportunity that no states will ever give you. So now, sir, if you check Lokoja, you hardly pick one successful youth that sold Yahoo, or one girl that's not the hook up. It's a foundational problem as well. Sir, this your journey to me is too small for you. So is there the possibility that I see this is the life changing If you don't get it now, tomorrow will end. We'll blow trumpet. As he trying to say, no, no, wait, I got to try once and begin. It will never work. So is there any possibility that you will take this thing? I am challenging you now to go and meet the state government. Governor Ododo, try. Maybe you say you should try anything now. Try anyhow to go and see Governor Ododo and tell him that your youth are dying for lack of knowledge. I want to help you to help them. If you go to the program that I was supposed to be there, you will see youths. Some are smoking, some have condom in their pockets, some are drinking. No future, and that's how they will not grow. And the Canadian have not okay, where am I working? No way. I'm very successful in this. I don't get wife, I don't get children, I don't get my mother with comedy. People don't know. Sir, please, I want to challenge you, sir. You're your wife. Go and meet the government. If not, all your work will not be free of us. And God sent you to the world to go and rescue. Sir, can you do that?
Thank you very much. Can we clap for this? All right. Thank you for that very powerful challenge and powerful advice and instruction packaged together. By the grace of God, today marks the beginning of Life Mastery with Dr. Joel. And we have carefully created a Facebook and a YouTube page where every week there's going to be personal development mastery, marriage mastery, and business mastery. That's on the platform level, and that's online, and that is going to be happening for everybody in Nigeria. As we speak, we have people in Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Abuja that have subscribed to Life Mastery as young as it is, just 24 hours old. And then people are connecting roundabout. God has blessed us with a national network of people. That's the foundation. And for Kogi states, we're going to be doing a lot of things. The next edition that we're going to do, we're going to bring some key persons. The government will not listen to you. Anyone that go to the government is a suspect, because a lot of people that come, they come to obtain for the government. We are going to position ourselves that the government will kill to want to partner with us. Success have many relationships. There are programs we are going to roll out. There are things we are going to do will become attractive to the government. We'll be bringing some of them. There are some persons that were here today that they are going to sell this information. And when we sufficiently, they will not believe what you have to offer until they see what you have been offering. So thank you for the advice. We are taking it, and we have a news agency that is here today that is going to publish this program in several newsletters. So what has happened, they will be loud and documented. That's what we do. Any program we do, and by the grace of God, we are going to see how we continue to do it. And then God is going to attract sponsors too. I will be doing it in bigger capacity, and it will go a long way. So thank you very much for that advice. Our youth will become better and better in Jesus' name.
Thank you so very much. Let's celebrate the man and take your seat back. Thank you so much. And please congratulate yourself once again for being a part of this meeting. And thank you so much to our doctor and beloved wife for submitting themselves to additional value like this. And as he said already, that a YouTube platform has already been created and is growing and moving already. I want every one of us